you don't have as much time as you think you have. I'm 17 years old. I'm doing college apps right now, like a lot of my friends are. And it just made me realize how fast life really does go by. My brother and I, like, I still remember us living in our old house, you know, on bunk beds, like, just like laughing, having a good time. And he's in college right now, you know, he's an adult, you know, looking for jobs, internships, and I'm applying to college. And it's just all like moving so fast that I feel like a lot of people, not just teenagers like me, but even like young adults and people older than that, we forget to appreciate like the little things in life. I know it sounds super cliche and like cringe, but I feel like genuinely, like, we think about the future so often that we stop forgetting about things that really matter. A lot of people, especially like my age right now, we get so stuck up on like, oh, what college are we gonna get into? Or older people, like, what jobs are we gonna get? We forget to like spend time with our loved ones. We forget to make time for our pets, or, you know, if you don't have a pet, like your children, like whoever, like, we forget about all these little things in life and what we should really be grateful for, because in the end of the day, like in your end of your lifetime, you're gonna look back at it and you're not gonna remember the money that you made, you're not gonna remember the great job that you have, you're gonna remember the people that you spent your time with, you're gonna remember the good deeds that you did, who you helped, the lives that you helped change. And while I'm only like 17 years old, I think about this a lot because it's something that really like shaped my perspective. And honestly, I feel like it did make me a better person, because like when next time like someone like clowns at me or like laughs at me for like posting videos or just like being myself, like I feel like I don't really feel the need to be mean back. I don't really feel the need to clap back or try to get revenge or like hold a hatred towards them in my heart, because genuinely, like, your life is so short, that it's so minuscule that why would you waste time in your precious life hating on other people? It sounds so cringe and so cliche, and I know it, and I might look back at this video in a few years and be like, what the hell is she yapping about? But genuinely, like, these are some things that I know so many people resonate with out there, that life is just moving by so quickly that we forget what's truly important. So that's one of the things that I wanted to just get out there. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is how, like, this younger generation, what I noticed is that they go out a lot and they don't really spend time with their parents, and they think that that's like a very, you know, like maybe they're too cool to spend time with their parents, or like it's just like something that I've been noticing that's very prevalent. And you need to remember the people that like helped you from rock bottom. Like, you might, like, even if you're like a teenager or like a young adult and you're like making your own career, your own success, you need to, like, even if it's not your parents, maybe it's like a friend that really helped you in a low point in your life, like, it's super important to remember those people. So even if you're like in a very successful position in the future, it's so important as a human being to remember who was there for you when you first started off. And I also just wanted to remind everyone that, you know, what you are trying to achieve in life may be seen as cringy to other people. For me, my goal in life is not to be a YouTuber, it's not to be an influencer or anything. My goal in life is to become a lawyer or like a really great politician. Will I get there? No one knows, but I'm going to put in all my effort to get there. The reason I make videos like this is because I feel like ever since I was young, like, I'm just someone who's very like expressive, and again, it seems very like cringe and cliche to a lot of people, but I'm someone who's very expressive, and so talking to a camera has always just felt super natural to me. You know, I talk to my friends a lot on FaceTime and like yap or rant to them, and they rant to me about certain things happening in their life. But this is something that always just felt super personal, super like natural to me. So I feel like when I'm just talking to a camera like this, if there's another like actual human being on the other side of this camera, so if my words and the advice that I'm sharing in these YouTube videos impact even just one person on the other side, then that's genuinely enough for me to want to keep posting these videos. I said this in my previous video, but I want to say it again, that you don't know the impact that you have on other people, and that's genuinely such a strong thing. Just being kind and smiling at a stranger walking by, they could be having the most terrible day, and you might think that that one little smile might not change anything, and maybe it won't, maybe it will. It doesn't matter, you know. Just like there's no negative downside to it, unless you're like a horrible person that hates people who smiles. Like, I've never met anyone like that. Like, there's no downside to it. Like, if you're shy, I get it, but otherwise, like, just doing things to do them. I know right now, like, in this modern, like, day and age, like, people do things for, like, validation. Like, people are, especially, like, you know, being a high schooler, like, people are like, oh, if this doesn't benefit me, if I don't get to write it on my college applications, why would I do it? And I feel like that's just such a wrong mindset to have, because people in this life have completely forgotten, in this society have completely forgotten to just do things just to do it for themselves and for other people, and not for like a job or like an internship or like college apps or like the validation of other people. Basically, that's basically, to sum it up. If it's not for the validation of other people, a lot of people don't even do like kind things for others. So I think that that's something to like really consider, like just in your regular daily life. And I know I'm young, so you're like, oh, why should I listen to her? You don't have to. This is just something that I've like been thinking about, because, you know, in the end of the day, like, it's like, what kind of person do you want to be? Like, when you look in the mirror, like, are you just someone who like has just been like following the system, like, you know, just like going to school, earning good grades, like, you know, hanging out with your friends, and then at the end of the day you just go to bed? Or do you actually want to do something that, like, even if it doesn't have to be super big, even if it's something very, very minuscule, it actually makes a difference in someone's life? I personally want to be the second one. I don't know about you, but yeah, these are just some things that I wanted to get out. I just wanted to talk about. And yeah, honestly, making videos like this has just made me less like shy in general. Like, I don't really care about what anyone else thinks, if they think it's cringe or weird. And I think that's, like I've said, like I've been saying for a really long time, that's just the right way to go about life. Even if it's not just making videos, even if it's just like in general, like anything that you want to do in life, just don't care about what other people think. Just go for it. Just do it. You're never gonna like get anywhere until you actually do it. No matter how many times you watch other people do the things that you want to do, if you don't do it yourself, you're never gonna actually get anywhere. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye.